Hey, what's up, you guys? Stella over here. So, one of my nicknames is Stella the Storyteller, and so my new podcast is going to feature these absurd stories that make no sense. So, without further ado, I'll just introduce it. I'm not going to be on camera most of the time, but I'm going to read this one story on camera. All right, so welcome to my new podcast, Things That Never Happened. Bedtime stories for adults who need therapy. The podcast where the stories are absurd, the facts are questionable, the characters make terrible decisions, and absolutely none of this ever happened. I'm Nova. Tonight's completely fabricated tale is called The Hole That Fixed Everything. Subtitled, The Customer Service Portal for Reality. I discovered the hole on a Thursday, which is important because weird things only happen to me on Thursdays. Monday through Wednesday, life ignores me. Friday through Sunday, life charges me extra. But Thursdays are reckless. I was walking through a grocery store parking lot when I noticed a perfectly round hole in the ground. Not a pothole, not a manhole, not a sinkhole, just a hole. A clean black circle. Like somebody had accidentally dropped a portal from space and forgotten to pick it back up. People were walking around it like it was normal. A woman pushed a shopping cart directly past it. A man stepped over it carrying 12 cases of soda. Nobody seemed concerned. So naturally, I looked inside. A voice came from the darkness. "Congratulations. Your complaint has been accepted." I stepped back. "What complaint?" "All of them," the hole replied. Now that got my attention because I had several complaints. Some recent, some historical, some dating all the way back to middle school. I leaned in closer. "What exactly do you do?" The hole sighed. "Apparently, even cosmic portals get tired of answering dumb questions. We fix things." "Like what?" "Everything." That sounded suspicious. "Like the International Association of Suspicious Birds." But before I could ask another question, the hole sucked me in. Next thing I knew, I was falling through a tunnel made entirely of missing socks. Thousands of them. Every sock humanity had ever lost, just floating, drifting, judging me. Eventually, I landed in a giant waiting room. The sign above the entrance read, "Universal Customer Service Portal. Please take a number." I looked down, and my ticket said, number 8,444,999 and 66 cents. A turtle sitting behind me glanced at my ticket. "Oof. What?" "I'm number 8,444,998 and 66 cents. I stared. "You can read?" The turtle rolled his eyes. "We all read down here." Fair enough. Hours passed, or maybe years, I'm not sure. There were no mirrors. Time wasn't acting right. Every clock showed different times. One clock displayed Wednesday. Another displayed pancakes. Then finally my number was called. I entered an office where a woman wearing galaxy print pajamas sat behind a desk, but you could barely see her because she blended in. "State your complaint," she said, literally, not metaphorically. I handed her a list. She unfolded the list that I handed her. The paper rolled from across the room, across another room, and possibly into a neighboring dimension. She nodded. "Reasonable." "Really?" "No." She pressed a button. Suddenly, my entire life appeared on a giant screen. Every embarrassing moment, every bad decision, every text message I should have deleted. Everything. I immediately regretted being there. The one pointed at one memory. Would you like us to fix this? On the screen, I watched myself wave at someone who wasn't waving at me. I still cringe about it. Yes! Oh, the horror. Delete that. She pressed another button. The memory disappeared. Instantly, I felt better. And then another memory appeared. And another. And another. Soon, we were fixing everything. Bad haircuts. Wrong turns. That day, I met that dude. Awkward conversations, failed relationships, jobs that sucked. The time I accidentally said, I love you, to a customer service representative, gone. All fixed. I felt incredible. Perfect even. Untouchable maybe. Then something strange happened. The room started shaking. Alarms started blaring. Red lights flashed. The woman jumped up. Oh no! What? You were never supposed to remove all your mistakes. Why not? She looked horrified. That's where your personality comes from. Oh, that explained a lot. Suddenly, pieces of me started disappearing. My sense of humor vanished first, then my creativity, then my ability to tell a good story. I became aggressively boring. I started caring about printer warranties, and I developed strong opinions about beige. I asked someone if they'd like to discuss quarterly projections. It was horrifying. The woman shoved a giant red button toward me. Quick! Put some mistakes back. I slammed the button. Instantly, chaos erupted. Embarrassing memories flew through the air like pigeons. Bad decisions raining from the ceilings. Awkward moments exploded everywhere. One landed directly on my forehead. I remember accidentally waving at a mannequin. Another hit my shoulder. I remember dating someone who thought crystals could pay rent. The room stabilized. The alarm stopped. The woman smiled. There you go. What happened? You became human again. I looked around. The waiting room had returned. The turtle was still there. Still waiting, still annoyed. I turned to the woman. So the point isn't fixing everything? She shook her head. No. Well, then what's the point? The point is surviving your nonsense long enough to laugh about it later. Honestly, that felt rude, but accurate. The next thing I knew, I was back in the grocery store parking lot, and the hole was gone. Nobody else seemed to remember it. But every Thursday, I still find random customer service tickets in my pocket. One simply says, complaint received, no refund available. And honestly, that feels about right. This has been Things That Never Happened, a bedtime story for adults who need therapy. Like me. I'm Nova. Sleep well. Make questionable decisions responsibly. And remember, if you ever find a cosmic customer service portal offering you to fix your entire life, read the fine print as always. Because it's all fiction, baby. None of this ever happened.